Hello everybody, this is Gold Glee Gamer 1 and Dyne, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI.
And don't forget about me! You left out the real star of the show! Because I finally figured out an answer to your question.
Kafka, you are the star of the show.
I'm not just a psycho clown, I am a cyclo clown! Because while you were learning how to spell your name, I was being infused with Magitech! Now, for anyone who gets that reference, I don't know if I should be proud of you or be very ashamed of you. Are you trying to steal my lines? Who are you anyway? I'm the guy doing your voice. No, you're not! I'm a completely split personality here! How many people do I have in my head anyway? I wouldn't know, Precious, because I'm here too. There's another one!
Okay, with this voice acting going on, I definitely think my view count for these videos are gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, I should hope so. Of course, I've been plugging your videos for the past little bit to try and get to those 100 subscribers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that you mentioned something on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, boss time.
Oh yeah, this one, Ultros.
Yeah, this is an interesting boss fight because it is on a timer, and he knows he's breaking the fourth wall as well.
Yeah, but you don't see a timer on the screen though, for some reason.
You just have to hit him as hard as you can. Hit him with fire, hit him with Saban's blitzes. I actually think Aurabolt does more damage, but he's not hard. Especially since...
apparently if you take too long, he'll do that "you frighten me" attack.
Yep, he'll do an insta-kill attack on Banon, instant game over, of course. It's always best to just heal with him.
Or is it instant death?
It's meant to be. Let me get my bib, and he's eyeing Terra there.
That line, "let me get my bib," he sounds a lot like Banon from Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he'll eat anyone on that one.
Yeah, except Banon is a dog and Ultros is a shark.
He's an octopus.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, if he's an octopus, why aren't we seeing his tentacles?
We are, because... well, he's underwater at this point, so his sprite's slightly obscured. He's using a tentacle attack. And he's really not that hard of a fight. But he'll usually...
Okay, so he just broke off his tentacle and then used it as an attack weapon.
Yep, and apparently it just reattached. Now, you never have to worry about being blind. I think I already mentioned this once, but there's a bug in this game that makes the blind status completely useless. It doesn't affect you in any way.
Oh yeah, I think Dre was telling me that in my Final Fantasy VI thread. Yeah, he said something about they programmed it wrong.
Yeah, but they fixed it in subsequent versions and various fan hacks as well.
Oh, okay.
But since you're actually underleveled at this point, he is proving to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I know. But I was trying to avoid as many random battles as possible.
Well, it's also possible to do grinding off screen.
I might consider doing that.
Yeah, that's often the best thing to do when LPing an RPG.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
What? See, okay, that caught me by surprise too, because I thought that attack was designed to kill Banon, but apparently Banon survived.
Well, I think one of the things is, of course, you put him in the back row, so he's taking the half damage. In fact, Terra would probably do good in the back row just for this fight, since she's primarily your spellcasting. He's gone.
Yep.
That's all, friends. It's probably just hiding from us. Something stuck on Terra's leg. Bring out the tentacle hentai jokes. Of course, that's already been done. Hit him with a blitz. Underwater blitz, too. Into the water, completely unaffected by the current. Edgar knows a little bit better than that. Because he knows him better than anyone else. Yes. Multiple exclamation points. You know it's serious then. Oh, I went down to 3. Now, if you come along this path in the future, because you can return to the returner's hideout and hop on the raft again, you'll actually always go down the same path that Sabin just went.
Okay.
It's time for a unique entry in the Final Fantasy series. This is the first time you'll actually split into 3 groups, and Mog is your kind of avatar here, but you will be doing all 3 scenarios. You can choose them in any order.
I was just about to ask you if it matters what order we go in.
Well, there is one thing that's affected, and I'll explain that as we get more characters. But this is the shortest and definitely the easiest of the 3 scenarios. Your party does get rearranged a little bit, but it's not a problem. Same strategies. Whack 'em, have Banon heal up. We'll get about 2 or 3 battles before reaching shore.
Yeah, we just might do that.
Oh, excuse me. Trying to suppress some burps here at Mexican food for lunch. Two pterodons down. Level up. And got people on Skype.
Oh yeah, I had set my stats to do not disturb because apparently Raziel99 just signed on.
Well, this will be a shorter fight than the other. The pterodons have the most HP and highest defense in this area. One set of attacks will be enough to take these guys out each. You think you can blind Edgar? It does you no good!
Yeah, it looks like Banon's still pretty safe at the moment.
Yeah, he doesn't go down easily. He's just the primary target for some enemies. But even though there's no cave near here, we still end up right here. Now, back to the beginning of the game. Back to the easiest fights in the game, too, if you run into a random encounter. Nope. Oh, yep. I spoke too soon. I keep doing that. Every time it looks like safe going, nope. Run into the battle. I killed a cute little wabbit.
Don't you mean a waskfully wabbit?
Oh, perhaps. Poor little bunny. Poor little wabbit. Ah, good old What's Opera Doc, named the greatest animated short of all time. But of course, they aren't going to let you in through the front door. It's never that easy. And they beat up Banon.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah, because it's kind of like spies. They have to figure a complicated way inside.
And just smacked the King of Figaro. Go to war! Cold arms! Well, that would only overcomplicate things even more. And they even strike a girl. Shame on them. But fortunately, Locke was able to provide some foreshadowing earlier. And you can heal in the bucket as necessary. Since you don't have access to an inn. It's got to be hot near those pipes.
Yeah, it must be.
And as Locke foreshadowed earlier, you can access the secret passage here. Yeah, you know him well, Edgar. And apparently is completely unguarded. This is the path that Locke traversed earlier, even though We did not see the whole thing. You're just going to see it in reverse. To the right is a dead end, which I really don't know why they would put a scaffolding out there to reach nowhere. Well, probably to lower something down for mining purposes. But there are some unique enemies in here, kind of upgrades to what you run into in the beginning.
Wild rat and first class.
I honestly don't know what the original name of those first class guys enemies are from the Japanese version.
Well, maybe the guys who were creating this game were flying first class when they thought of the names.
Oh, probably not. They don't get paid that well. Of course, this is the translated version. It's probably something completely different in the original Japanese. Unless it's like first class engineer. These guys aren't hard. Just a step up from earlier. They'll attack as needed, but they don't really have anything overly devastating. They even upgraded their wrench attack because the original guys just had wrench.
Yeah, since Terra is wearing the sprint shoes, she can move faster than normal.
Mm-hmm. No, this one's short. If you don't have any sprint shoes for it, it's no big loss. This is a little puzzle room. They explain it right here. And Edgar was able to figure it out, even though he was asking what it was just a moment ago. Yeah, if you make a wrong turn, you'll be surrounded by light. You just have to push A when the obscure colored one is facing you. Otherwise, you'll get into a battle with a unique enemy in here. So there it is right there. And just push A at the wrong time. You fight the dark side. Join me, Luke. And together, we can conquer the galaxy as father and son. These guys aren't hard. They, of course, lose their health at 5 HP every few seconds. Which is an indication they're literally falling apart. One more hit and they should be gone. Okay, we brought balance to the Force. Screw you, Anakin Skywalker. We defeated the dark side on our own. But the easy way through, just follow the light. You can't take a little shortcut that requires tagging the light once, but it's not overly necessary. Only useful in speedrunning tactics. Wrong side.
Yep. Yeah, it took me a while to realize that you gotta go in the path that they specify for you. Otherwise, yeah, you go in battle if you make a wrong turn.
Now, these specters and Rins you can fight in other rooms in here, but the dark sides are the unique enemies to this room only. So if you're going for completion of running into every enemy, you want to make sure you run into all three of these guys. These are some of the first enemies to use magic on you, too. And as usual, you got Banon for free healing. I'm trying to remember what they list his class as. Because on some versions of the game it has the character's class next to their portraits in the menu. Oh well. Things like Archmage or something like that. Back to start.
Alright.
Do not collect 200 gil. And third time's the charm, looks like. Oh, almost.
Okay, well, gave it a good shot that time.
More dark sides. Easy fight, easy fight.
Yep. Yeah, you should know how it works by now.
Of course, Edgar has yet to miss, even though he's been blind since the start of the scenario. I'm gonna try to get back to my LP of the hacked version next weekend.
The holidays put your schedule on hold?
Yep. It was just too stressful to try and keep up recording with all the other stuff needed to get ready for Christmas.
Yeah, well, now the holidays are pretty much over, so...
Yep, got a few things to do this weekend, but next weekend should be when things are open again. Oh. Happened because he had to backtrack.
Oh.
Now the easy group again.
It's not like those 2 castle levels in Super Mario Bros. Where you hear a buzzing sound if you guess wrong, and you hear a ding if you guess right.
Well, that's only in the All-Stars version, and on this one it shows you the path to take at the beginning.
Right.
Good old slip touch, doing steady HP damage. Giving you the same status effect they've got, actually. And you don't need 200 gil. Whenever you pass start, you get 276 per battle there. Okay, this is what, turn number 6? Or 5?
Well, turn number whatever.
Lost count.
Yeah.
One more step up. And there you go.
We're out.
Now, on this, you can either retrace the steps that Terra took or head down the stairs to go back where you fought that group battle in the beginning. And it's a good idea to actually do this, because not only do you meet the Moogles, though not a whole lot of them have anything to say other than Koopo, except for Mog here. He has a little Poe.
Yeah, it seems all they say is Koopo.
Yeah, that's their language. As if you split off from the Moogles and head into that little cave on the left, you can find a new weapon. Now, that spot where Mog is standing actually becomes pretty important later on.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, if they ever were to make the Final Fantasy series into a movie adaptation, I think it'd be interesting to see if anyone could speak the Moogle language or not.
Well, there are games with voice acting that have Moogles. Okay, that's the Rune Edge. That's the weapon I mentioned. It's actually good to give to Edgar, because whenever you swing it, it adds extra power by draining MP. So if you give it to Terra, she'll lose MP every time she uses it. So good to give to someone like Edgar for the time being. Now, these are enemies from the start of the game. Easily one-shotted. Now, going back up here is where Terra got cornered and fell down the shafts, even though the hole seems to be filled in. Yep, somehow filled itself in. And this is just the same area as before. No encounters in this room, though.
Yeah, yeah, sounds like we were just here.
Back to the Moogles, the passageway, jumping back to that one-way door. And one more battle. Same enemies. You think they'd leave you alone? They got their butts kicked twice, even though they probably can't have butts. They're made of vapor. And Terra looted those chests before. Not 4 in a row! Edgar still hasn't missed.
He has not. And now we get a save point.
Last save point before the end of this scenario. Which is also the second save point in the game.
Yeah, do all the Final Fantasy games have these 3 different scenarios here?
Oh no. The closest you come in 7 is you can split the party up in the final dungeon, and the team that doesn't go with you can find treasure chests that you can't reach. In 8, there's a point where the party splits up in 2 to cover 2 different sections, so that comes close then. And also in Final Fantasy 9 as well. But after that, I don't recall anything going on in... Well, in Final Fantasy 13, the team will split into 2 for a few chapters, so...
Which one? 13.1 or 13.2?
13.1.
Ah.
Yeah, in 13.2, you have the 2 main characters with you pretty much all the time, as far as I know.
Yeah, I wonder why did they do a 13.1 and a 13.2? Couldn't they just call 13.2 14?
No, because as 13... the Final Fantasy games in general do not take place in the same universe. But the direct sequels, 10 and 10.2 and 13.1, 13.2 and Lightning Returns, all take place within that same universe as direct sequels.
Oh, so basically there's a 13.2 is because it's like the continuation of the story from 13.1.
Yep.
Okay, huh? Alright, or maybe it's because it's on the PlayStation. They couldn't find enough room to fit all of Final Fantasy 13 in one disc, maybe.
Well, 13.2 wasn't made until a couple of years after 13.1 was made. They didn't have plans to do a direct sequel when the first 13 came out.
Ah.
Right, on to Lock Scenario. This is the only game I can think of that uses the word stymie.
I've never even heard of the word stymie.
He's one of the little rascals.
Oh, from the movie?
Yep. Dude, that movie's like 20 years old now. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Now, if you go into Duncan's house on the far right there is a save point in the basement. If you talk to a lot of the soldiers, you'll either automatically avoid them or get into fights with them.
Okay, till next time, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne later, folks.
Yep. Didn't notice the timer there.